bros, I'm back. Sorry I've been away for so long. I got hit with some pretty hard IRL stuff, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the next challenge, which is going to be a follow-up from our last one that we did. So the last challenge that I did was taking the Act 3 Mercenary from Act 1 normal all the way through hell, and it was a complete disaster. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest you check it out, because it's not every day you get to see someone slowly die inside. So if you want to see a video game completely break someone, check out that video. But for now, we're going to move on to the next challenge. Now, a part of me is tempted to just go the Paladin again, because the Paladin obviously has access to things like Fanaticism and Might and all of those kind of things, which are really going to help the damage of a Mercenary. But I did that in the last one, and I don't want to do it again. So I don't want to do that twice in a row. I'm not that kind of guy who's just going to run Paladin every time. So we're going to pick someone else. And considering we ran into so much trouble with the AI and the positioning last time, a part of me is tempted to go Sorceress, because then we have access to teleport to be able to position him a little bit better around and try and help that bad AI situation that we ran into with the Mercenary. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to try the Sorceress, basically for that reason. And we're going to call her Phoenix, because we're going to rise from the ashes of the absolute shit show that was the last challenge. And when we come in here, you are going to notice that we don't have an Act 5 Mercenary, because you don't get an Act 5 Mercenary until Act 5. Funny that. But I'm going to do some creativity, and I'm going to try and get an Act 5 Mercenary in Act 1. So I'm just going to dip out for a second, and when I come back, all things going to plan, there'll be an Act 5 Mercenary in Act 1. Alright, and we're back, and we have a Act 5 Mercenary in Act 1. So you will see here that I have a level 2 Act 5 Mercenary. I chose the Frenzy one. Obviously, he can't use any of these skills until he hits the required level. He is Garmond, and yeah, this is what he looks like. So we have an Act 5 Mercenary there. Now, in my quests, I still have nothing completed. I have this thing going on, but I'll figure that out by the time I get to Act 3. I don't know why. Maybe I forgot to unclick something. And you will see here that I have none of this available, even though they are showing there. It's probably just because I enabled that so I could skip to Act 5, hire the Mercenary, and then I unselected everything so that I'm back here. I don't know whether that makes any sense, but that's literally all I did was click the switch saying that I had completed the quest so I could skip to Act 5, and then I deselected it saying that it was no longer completed, but I kept the Mercenary. So that's where we're at. That's how I've got the Mercenary. So at this point, this means that from the get-go, I cannot kill anything. The rules are Garmond here needs to do every single bit of killing. All I am doing is playing support role to him. So we're going to run out and we're going to see how this goes. So it is on players 8 at the moment. I'm going to put this down to players 3 to test, because if he dies, I don't have enough money to resurrect him, and that would be an absolute travesty. So we're going to come out here, and we're just going to see how he can kill some stuff. I'm going to put these on pro. And yeah, okay, so players 3 is doing okay. I might be able to even go players 5 for a bit. How he does against a zombie here. Yes. Oh, this is awesome. All right, I'm gonna have fun with this challenge. All right, I will kick on a little bit, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. So I'll see you soon, bros. All right, so I just wanted to check in where we're at the moment. So we are up to Corpse Fire, and I'm feeding him some potions, because like I said, if something happens this early on, I probably won't have enough gold to be able to res him. So it looks like he's doing okay. Corpse Fire's down. That's it. That is Den done. I don't normally kill Blood Raven, but I decided, why not? So, Raven's down. So I am at the Stony Field, so we've just found RNGesus. So our boy is instantly shredded. That's unfortunate for us. So I don't really have a choice here. I'm going to have to go back down.
Hello.
Grab him back. See how he goes quickly. Yeah, he's dead again. Right, so because he's dead, we're just going to hit the underground passage here, and I'll go through to the dark wood. And I'm going to try and kill old Treehead, wherever he is, over here. See how we go. Treehead is generally a little bit of a tanky boy, but if we drag him away from his mates... Look at this. So in case you're wondering what just happened, I have this sword on which I found earlier, and I actually shopped this one as well. So he's got a dropped little bit of poison damage there, which is actually assisting because we had, and this little thing here of shock. So he's got a couple of dual swords going on at the moment. Obviously nothing incredible, but every little bit helps. Nice. Good job, buddy. Right, so I'm going to do this as my last run. I have... The last couple of runs that I've done this on, I've jumped it up to players 5. So... the experience has been pretty good, but I think I'm at a point where I would prefer to do a few more tower runs because it is dying off just a little bit. So we're gonna do our last run here. Try and get him to kill RNGesus, wasting his time on the nobodies. He'll come through the portal now, and this should bring us up to level 12 by the end of this. All right, so level 12 means that we get to edge our way a little bit closer to enchant. So enchant is going to be the first thing that we can kind of use. So we're going to be enchanting our boy here, and we get that at level 18, and I have put everything that I need into the subsequent points. The next thing that I'm working towards, obviously, is going to be teleport, which I also get at level 18, and then down here into energy shield. All right, so we're about to come down to level 5, so I just set the players count back to 1 because of the rune drops. So hopefully we can get ourselves a stealth without having to run this over and over and over. Okay, we get half of it. Not a horrible start. Wait. How did this just drop no runes? This is on players 1, right? You stingy bitch. Right, that's the towel for our stealth, but I'm going to continue on a little bit. We've only got a little bit of a bar left until we get to level 16. So I might go till 16, or if I feel like cranking it up, I could probably go to 17 so I can actually wear the stealth. Just like that, we have found our first pretty cool item. Ooh, pretty damn good. Okay, so I just hit 17, which means we can do F. Gives us our stealth. Right, so now we have our stealth. We can basically just run down to Andy now. So because I'm going to go to Andy, I'm just going to hit this down to players 1. And we are just going to run basically straight down and get our way through to Act 2 with them. Okay, so I've worked my way down to Andariel. And we've so far cleared this area with very little issues. So we'll work our way slowly through here. Alright, so you see we've perfectly cleared that okay. So I'm gonna just cast a safety portal here, and I'm gonna punch a couple of antidotes for me. But you're gonna notice here that our boy is on 35% poison res.
Thanks.
We're gonna do the same thing here, and we're gonna punch him
Thanks.
with a few antidotes, because he's gonna need to survive the poison. So he's on 85% poison res at the moment. Hopefully between the two of us, that is enough. Well, I've just got Andy's attention. I'm going to stand here and take a couple of hits just so that my frozen armor can you know, try and slow her down a little bit. You know, anything I can help with is, you know, can be better than nothing. Our boy here is being a little bit tanky, so that's good. He did kind of get cracked at the end there, but it's a good start. It's a good start for us. Right, so we're just going to grab our boy back quickly.
Thanks. Thanks.
I'll feed him a couple of these, and I'll try and take some hits. Try and freeze Andy. I'll try and take some of the heat off him. Cool. That was relatively painless. It's nice. We get a crystal sword, so this might be okay for him. Yeah. Alright, so that's given him an upgrade, so that's nice. Alright, so we're going to see how Radamant goes here. He's always a little bit annoying because he summons so many that obviously he's hard to kill. So he's in the corner here. I'm going to get a town portal right next to him to try and spawn our boy on top of him. Okay, so the plan has worked, but we're kind of dying a little bit. We're gonna just heal out and regroup a second. Cool.
What a misguided monster.
Alright. Wasn't terrible. As expected. A little bit annoying, but okay.
Hello.
These gloves are pretty sweet that he dropped. We will wear those for sure. I've worked my way through the maggot lair. I'm up to level 3 here. I have also grabbed the cube from the halls. So while doing that, we have got ourselves up to level 18. Now, 18 was an important number because it gave us not only teleport for our own maneuverability, but for positioning our boy as well. But we also get access to enchant for our boy here. So we get to enchant our guy. We get to use teleport. Grab the amulet. So as I'm working my way through the Arcane Sanctuary, this is going to be my third way, but it is what it is. I will give you a little bit of an overview of where we are at. So Our character is currently at level 19, and we are holding out. Uh-oh, not bad. We are holding out for level 24. That is going to be the next level that has a big significant jump for us, because it is going to give us access to energy shield, which is going to be fantastic. But that is not the only thing that it is going to do. It is going to give our boy access to frenzy here. So when he gets access to frenzy, his damage will go up. Obviously, his speed will go up as well. Not only his attack speed, but his faster movement speed. So hopefully clearing will become a little bit quicker as well when that happens. So that all happens at level 24. That's what we're hanging out for. Oh, it's going to be a fourth way. I am still running this on players 1, so my levels have significantly slowed down. I'm not gaining levels as quickly as I would like, but after I go through here and kill Summoner and get the waypoint, I am considering going back and doing some Beetle Burst runs on higher players counts to get my levels up, because I don't think at this level where I am at that I am going to have a very good time with Duriel. So we may have to do some leveling coming up very soon. Okay, so we are
That couldn't have been more.
done with Summoner, and we also get our second set item. So we end up with a Cathar's, which on its own doesn't do a whole lot. But if we can get a 2-piece Cathar's, it actually gets a pretty hefty bit of fire damage early on. So if I can find a Cathar's helmet to match the old armor here, our boy will definitely be cranking up the damage. So we've found Beetle Burst. He's in a pretty good position here where he is literally just on the other side of the wall. So it's basically just a skip over and run up situation. So we are gonna see how we go with a few of these. I'll just do a players 1 here and see how. Oh, he's getting chopped down super quick. All right, yeah, I'll crank the players up, and we'll do this a few times. So I found Duriel's chamber, but our boy hasn't quite hit level 24 yet. He's edging his way there, but I'm thinking we might go back and kill some stuff and just get him to level 24, just so he's got the frenzy for when he goes in there, because we're so close already. Alright, so we've got the frenzy. Look at our boy run.
Impossible.
Yes. Look at him move. So quick. Alright, so our boy and me have both been loaded up on some potions. We're going to enchant him. Shiver armor. We've got the energy shield up. We're going to put this down to players 1 now. Bust our safety. Alright, boy. Let's go. That's how it's done. That is how it's done. Shadowfang would have been pretty incredible, actually, with the life stolen per hit and the cold damage. This would have been pretty good if I had the other Merc. But we don't. Okay, so Duriel was relatively cruisy. We are properly over-leveled for where we need to be at the moment. So I'm just going to leave it on players 1, and we might just kind of speedrun Act 3 a little bit and jump to Act 4, because I don't really want to hang around in Act 3. So we're basically just going to do the bare minimum and run. I have access to teleport now, which is nice. So we're just going to run and do some tellying and get the hell out of here. Let's see what ring we get. Not gonna lie, this ring kind of slaps. Mana, FCR, cold res, fire res. Yeah. I'm gonna try and drag a couple out, otherwise the Hydras are just gonna get all over our boy here and shred him down. Ice Fist here doesn't seem to want to cast any Hydras, which is absolutely wonderful. He drops a flail for us. These idiots can go away. And we'll grab our boy back. So let's drag out Mephisto here. Getting shredded a little bit. And he's down. What do they do? Put him to the O. Okay. He can survive a little bit better now. We'll dump him on top. Mephisto can hit me a little bit, and old mate can attack him from the back there. I'm happy to take some hits for you. It was a big one. Don't want to take too many of them. Easy peasy. Alright, I got souls in this map here in Act 4, but it's okay because I'm not really going to be hanging around. I'm literally just looking for Izzy. Here he is. Awesome, and we get a level from that too, which is nice. I'll come down to River now, and I'm actually going to do Forge in Normal. The reason I'm going to do Forge in Normal is the top rune that you can get in Normal is an Am rune, which if I get means I can make a Strength. So Strength is going to be key for me to be able to complete this challenge a little bit easier, because Strength is only consisting of an Am and a Tier, and it grants Crushing Blow on hit, and Crushing Blow is going to make the Diablo kill and Bale kill so much easier. So if I can nab one of those early on, it's going to really help those boss kills. So fingers crossed, we get an Am in Forge. Forge. We got an L. The other end of... Okay. Yeah, first patch down. Just grabbed a crude circlet, so second, I'm going to jump back Act 1, and I'm going to do it. I like imbuing circlets. So we're going to see if we can get something with barb skills or sorceress skills.
What can I do for you?
This. 56 to mana. That's 7 max damage. I'm gonna take that 7 damage for our boy, so still an upgrade. Hit. Work, buddy. problem. Go back through. The only way I see is having real success. Diablo attacking me with a Merc.
Impossible.
Do it for me. Not him. Me. No, me. Just gonna have to use teleport. Get a couple of hits in. Play.
Terror stalks hell no more.
And that's how it's done. Right, so we have just hit level 27. So this is going to be the last run. We'll pop it back down to players 1 and we'll move on. We'll wear that. Just damage reduce, bit of cold res, bit of energy, the lightning skills and the enchant. So good. So I'm just rescuing the soldiers. That should be the last of them. This, hopefully that. Alright, that is one down.
We augment your skill and grant.
Cool. The hired barbarian is tougher than the 3 ancient barbarian, which is a little bit funny. This broadsword should get 4 sockets, I think. I'm watching him. There was a lot more there than I thought. We skipped 2. I was mainly wanting to skip the council just because of the hydras and such, and we missed the last wave, but we got the others. But it's okay. I'm just gonna lure these dudes out. All right, it's time for bail.
tree
Yes.
has fallen.
So that was slow, but it was nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. I actually think Diablo was harder than him. He was just a little bit slow. Diablo was properly painful with the lightning basically being death. He was playing ball there. He only cast his clone once in that entire fight as well, which was really handy. We are not being spoiled with the drops though. Basically every single sword that gets dropped from the boss is a two-handed sword, which is useless for us. So we're yet to find something amazing for our boy. Everything that he is wearing so far, both swords, in fact, I have shopped from vendors. So that's where we're at the moment, is vendor swords. The armor and circlet are not terrible. In terms of my gear, I'm still wearing these gloves that I found in Act 2 from Radamant. This, which is from the Anya quest. This, which we found at the start of the game. The stealth that we made. Just random 9% magic find. Amulet. A Ancient's Pledge. These boots, which are actually from Act 1. Here is also our quest ring, actually. And this belt here, which is not too bad. I have nothing on swap, so I've been putting our points into enchant, so we're up to 11 on the enchant. We have 3 into warmth. Coming over here, we have 3 into energy shield. We have 1 into frozen armor. And we have the remaining going into telekinesis for the synergy. The plan now is to run Terror Zones to get ourselves a couple of Am runes for a couple of reasons. So obviously the first one being that we want to have a spirit here. A spirit is going to be probably best in slot for us. Gives us the faster cast rate, it gives us some mana, it gives us a +2 to skills, it gives that magic damage reduced, you know, all the good stuff. Basically, it's this here, but on steroids. Now, we want the other Am rune, and possibly even 2 other Am runes for our boy over here, so when we get up to a boss, we can throw on dual strengths and crushing blow them down to oblivion. With dual strengths, that will give us 50% chance of crushing blow. With the frenzy attack speed, 50% chance of crushing blow with the fast attacks. They should get chopped down relatively quickly. But we'll see how far we can get with this, and hopefully we can get past Chaos Sanctuary so that we can beat our previous record with the Act 3 Mercenary, which ended in Chaos Sanctuary in an absolute dumpster fire. So thanks for checking out the video, and I hope you'll stay with me through the journey. So thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one.